alright.
Hey babes, hello. Today is June 11th. It is 2 o'clock in the morning. Cat is finally asleep. I don't know why she don't sleep, but she don't sleep. So, this is hubby. Introduce yourself, please.
Hey fam.
No, it's hey babes. Say it.
I said fam.
Say it.
I said fam.
Say it.
Hey babes. Alright, y'all gotta forgive me. Like she said, it's 2 o'clock in the morning.
Sleep deprivation.
I know I wasn't supposed to be going there yet, but I'm gonna step in and just say I owe a deep apology to everyone. This is not supposed to be taking this long. This is my first appearance, by the way, and but this was not supposed to take this long, and I'm still not properly ready.
Prepared.
But forgive me, I was corrected by Google. But no, seriously, I was not prepared. I have been extremely busy. I've been working on a lot of things, and not everything pertaining to this, but I have been working on a lot of things and attempting to get a few things situated in such a manner that I don't have to prolong things when I do come here. With that being said,
Welcome to Kw&U, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding.
well, once again, when I first started this, I said there's no particular format. This is not something to just go in one direction and say, like, I'm putting you through school and saying, okay, let's study this. No. This is an open-minded thing. This is something that each week that when I talk about it, will go further from the feedback that I get. This is just asking everyone to come together like family sitting at a table. And we sit down and we talk and we kind of debate. And we know debates are nothing more than an argument. But
Pretty
we
good at
debate,
those.
and it's coming through with certain things. They say that one mind is not enough. Two minds is better than one. One mind is not enough to get to where you like to go. It's usually good when you sit down and you talk with other people, because that's what we are. We are people. I had a conversation with somebody recently, and it actually extended out to a few other people, but it was basically saying, which is like jumping the gun on where the direction of which I'm going to go. Like I said, it's no format, but there is a direction, and I'm basically just going through stages of the same thing that we go through each and every day, whether it's in school, whether it's at home. We go through the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of everything in life. But this is kind of jumping the gun. This is more on perception, which perception is really an understanding. We can be in a classroom. We can sit down. We can all study the same thing. We get our science, English, social studies, mathematics, not, particularly in that fashion, but we get those things and we can leave that classroom and nobody see it the same way. Maybe some people will see it the same way and others will see it another way. Then there may be a few that stand out and see it another way. That's usually how we get new creations. When the computer first came forth in the fashion that it did, it took somebody to take what everybody else was getting, but just see it in a different way. That's perception. The conversation that I had, it kind of led to the other person saying, well, there is nothing perfect in this world. Nothing perfect. They said that, it is nothing, whether it's a marriage, whether it's, um, an association of something else, whatever it is, there's nothing perfect. Um, they even went as far as to say they know that child wasn't perfect. And I'm sitting here like, because, and I'm not shooting them now, but my perception of things is quite a bit different.
Excuse me.
Um, I felt like they totally disregarded my perception in the conversation, which made it kind of one sided. It made it, in a way, not looking outside the box. Because just because you see something in one particular form of fashion doesn't mean that way is right.
Or the only way.
Or the only way. There can be more than one way.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, it doesn't mean that it's right, doesn't mean that it's wrong. To be open-minded and see if something else is possibly right, I think is a better way to go. But my answer to it was, I see everything being perfect. I truly do. Everything is perfect. It's either perfectly right or it's perfectly wrong. I mean, you got to think about it. Uh, not to be religious or anything, but, you know, my perception, yes, there is spirit. There is something in which you can't always explain. With that spirit, uh, we put it, from reading Bibles or from communication with family, we end up putting it in a fashion that um, the Spirit is what guides us. The Spirit is what takes us through. And it has been regarded as perfection, as being whole. And if this is the case, then how could nothing be perfect in which came from it? How can nothing be perfect? Um, and by the way, there's no true such thing as nothing. Everything that's here was already here. It just what didn't exist in the form and fashion that it exists now. Before you were birthed on this planet, you were already here. You just didn't exist in the form and fashion that you do today. Everything is susceptible to change. Everything goes through change. But, not to deviate away, it's just that particular perception of things, I think, is more or less clouded. And I only say that because it sounds so negative. It sounds like it takes so much away from you. For you to sit down and think, there's nothing perfect about me. How could you possibly shoot yourself down like that? There's nothing perfect about you. Um, I understand the whole concept born out of sin thing. Uh, doesn't mean I agree, because I don't. There is no child birth of this earth that deserves that mark of being sinful, which gives it that mark of being not perfect. No, everything is perfectly right or perfectly wrong. It is mathematically consistent to be that way. Everything is mathematically formatted to be the way that it is. And the things that we come in contact with can change it. It can change its format. To be on layman's terms, a person that grows up and drinks tends to take on a particular look, opposed to the person that doesn't drink. Once again, not shooting at anyone. I'm not saying, don't do this or you don't do this. I'm just showing forth the format of how things do happen and how we perceive it. We would love to be uplifted at all times. We would love to go forth each day knowing that I can make this happen or I did make this happen, and it is perfectly fine to do so. It is perfectly fine. But I don't have too much more to go into at this time. So I kind of once again jumped the gun on where I was going with this. I haven't been prepared. I am going to be better prepared in the future. So please bear with me. For those that subscribed, I'm not going to let you down. And I hope we can gather together as a family and continue to do this. All right?
Okay. Wait, before we end this, can I ask a question?
Uh-oh.
I get this question a lot. And it's a...
Oh my.
Right. It's a big one.
Touchy.
Excuse me. It's a touchy one. I might as well touch it. Okay, so I get this question a lot, and it's usually about the devil and what I believe in and blah blah blah. And I've answered this before, that no, I do not believe in a red man with a tail and horns and stuff like that. And I thought maybe we could talk about that a little bit. Okay, we're not trying to cause any controversy or lead you in any type of direction. This is just totally us. Disclaimer, this is just our opinions.
Well, that's was interesting. Because when you start to get certain concepts of things, it makes you evaluate a lot of things, especially when it goes disaccording to what you've learned through your whole life, what has been embedded inside of you through your whole life. And we are given a scare tactic. We're given a scare tactic that when you die, if you don't do right here on earth, you're going to hell. You're going to this place where you will burn eternally.
Eternally, right.
And if this is so, why is it that the people that so forwardly uplift these sayings and uplift these books tend to be the backbone to torture, terror? Is it doesn't apply for them too? Or is it just meant for certain people to keep them in a line of order? Hell, heaven and hell. Heaven and hell, more or less,
is a state
of mind. Now, if someone dies and goes to this place that you speak of called heaven, may they rest in peace, live in the glory. But I've never known anyone, to come back tell you if that was true or not.
Well, and it's
People,
said in the Bible that nobody actually goes to heaven until Jesus' return.
well, it's said that Jesus did return. Um,
I
it
thought that's
said
what the rapture
it
was.
said that Jesus did return, and this is where the paganistic rituals kind of
Take
get
over?
involved, and talks about the Easter, and I'm not gonna touch
Right.
too much on
We
that
don't want
right
to
now. But
scare you off.
with the same token, if you live in a positive state of mind, that is a heavenly state of mind. If you live in a negative state of mind, that is a hellful state of mind. As far as in the afterlife, you being in one of these two places, I've never seen proof of that. As far as the spirit of a person dwelling the earth, well, look all around you, ask all around you.
Mm-hmm.
You get enough feedback and enough proof,
Mm-hmm.
to hold weight. But no one has returned from the dead and told the living of this heaven or hell. And people create stories within books.
Mm-hmm.
Books say one thing, and people make sayings to go with the books. But meanwhile, when you look back in the books, you don't find the sayings. So, if I'm incorrect with this, don't just tell me. Prove it. Show and prove it. And if you can show and prove it to me, then I will accept that as being truth. And that is being better than gold. But that's basically my perception of it. It is the perception that
I feel it's
came
energies.
forth to.
The devil, I feel it's energies, the negative energies. If you have a negative energy, yeah, you're the devil, basically. If you have a positive energy, you're an angel. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see it. I saw something on Netflix. I can't remember what it was called, but it was basically saying that your hell is basically you torturing yourself of your wrongdoings instead of forgiving yourself. That once you forgive yourself, you'll no longer be in your hell. You know what I'm saying? Basically. So yeah, I think that's about it for today. I think, we usually do like 10-minute videos. You got a 20-minute one now. We will be going live. I don't know which day, but I'll let you babes know.
Me live.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. If you have questions, I'm sure you do. I hope you do. Put them down below. He's going to answer them. How about that?
And, to touch base, I still haven't finished this video. The first video that was done, it played some music behind it. That music I am making a video to. It's just a fun video. It's something that, hopefully, down the line it'll be on more than YouTube, and you can pull it up and see it. And I would like for a lot of you guys to send in short clips, if like 15-second clips, whether it's you singing to the record, and driving to work, don't have an accident, but, or, you just getting up in the morning, you know what I'm saying, and singing to this, you're closing your night off, you're singing to this. It is the first song that was played on my first video. So if you guys can...
No, it was the second video.
It was the first one.
No, the first one wasn't that.
Oh, you're right.
I know I was right. I'd kiss you, but you might become purple.
But the second video, I stand corrected. The second video. So it is to that particular song. If you can send in like 15-minute clips,
15 seconds,
15-second clips. All right, it's after 2 o'clock in the morning, but if you can send in like 15-second clips, you know, just something of going through your day, whatever the case may be, and positive, and you know, I would like to edit it into the video, you know, just to the music. You go to that, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about and see that it's just a positive, you know, feel good song. That's it.
Love you, babes.
All right, fam. Love you, babe. I can't go to sleep at night till I know everything's alright. Gotta do it again up in the morning. I want you to I know. Can't go to sleep at night till I know everything's alright. Gotta do it again up in the morning. I woke up early in the morning and I'm feeling late. Gotta go and get this money and I'm feeling great. Want a little more to rest, just a little quicker. But I know that the clock will stop the ticking. Putting in work, putting my best foot forward. Accomplishing elevation is where I look toward. With my mental emancipation, I'm setting my destination. At the end of the day, I make sure that my weight is taken. I can't go to sleep at night till I know everything's alright. Gotta do it again up in the morning.